Went through the slums and bought a truckload, 10 burlap sacks of cooking coal. We got about 6 big burlap bags and baskets of fruit. We got 350 pounds of rice, 250 pounds of beans, onions, cooking oil. I mean, all this stuff's bought at a different vendor, and every one of them's a different negotiation. And I don't know anybody that would walk in there with me right now. And that's what the place needs. It needs people who are just willing to walk amongst the people and to help them out. That's what will shake it loose. We've been piling all this food on top of them, but it's not getting to the people. So that evening, then we got there to the nursing home. We figured out what their need was. We saw it. We went and got food. We brought it back there. We drove back through the people. You know, you got just enough room to drive your truck through there. Unloaded all these sacks, piled them up right there in the middle of all these old ladies, so that no one could take it from them. Nobody could take food from an old lady if they got it right there, right? And we put it right there. Got down on my knee and sang Amazing Grace to them again and left. And went back to the Hotel Montana. And that needs to be done about 10,000 more times in that city. So anybody that's got a little get up and go and gumption in them, I'd suggest you pack your stuff up and head that way. Help out. Nothing to be afraid of. I wrote this song once. It goes, I live this life until this life won't let me live here anymore, and I will walk this. I will walk with patience through that open door. I have no fears, for angels follow me wherever I may go. I live this life until this life won't let me live here anymore. And that's the same face I came to Nashville with, man, in 1994. And look at what's happened here. I mean, I'm dead anyway. Hell, I got hit by a drunk driver in 2002 that ran through a red light that snapped my neck. I mean, I had my head, a metal plate. My neck was severed and bolted back together this past spring in May. I've dealt with the most stupid pain that I could have ever imagined in my life over the past 5 years. And now I don't have anything like the pain anymore because my doctor finally convinced me to get my head screwed on straight. And 30 days after that, I was in Virginia standing on my head shooting a video with my kid. I come back from that. I'm taking a plane full of 18 doctors and teachers and assessors back into the middle of Sudan. 2 cargo planes that we loaded ourselves. And then this week I was down there carrying burlap sacks of feed on my shoulders again like I did on the farm. I mean, we'd unload hundreds of them a day. Man, I put up 1,500 bales of hay in a day. I just don't believe that anything is impossible. And I walk with faith. No, you can't prepare for something like that. I was not prepared. There's no way to prepare for it, other than my life had prepared me for it. You know, I've been on 9 fires in a night. I've pulled people out of burning buildings. I've pulled people out of wrecks that were so mangled and messed up that I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I've delivered hundreds of calves. I've dismembered calves and taken them out so that the mother would live through it. I was raised tough. I was raised on a farm. I'm a farm boy. And I used everything I've been taught for 46 years. I used every bit of it this past week. And all of it just kind of come running back at me and help me through every case. So there's just going to be a lot of recovery. This is something that we will learn from, and hopefully start making changes for ahead of time that things like this will never happen again. In the case of Haiti, for so long, so many have been scared to go into the country. It was, kind of like not in our backyard, so we had to worry about it. And therefore, the country that should have had some semblance of building codes or some semblance of infrastructure or some semblance of even a government that was capable of helping his people, should have been organized. You go 50 yards and 10,000 people a year are being killed in a village from crime that we don't have, that exists 50 yards away. We'll help ourselves, but we won't cross that line to help them. And I don't know what that line is. I would sure as hell hope, man, that if it was my child sitting on whatever side of that line it was, that somebody would be willing to step across it and not go, this is, whatever this imaginary thing is, I can't cross it. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. For some crazy reason, and I don't know how this happened. I guess it's all kind of some God thing, and I don't care what you call God or your higher power or whatever it is that's up there. But there is definitely something that connects us all. There's something that connects all of life. It has a much greater understanding, a much greater plan than any of us could ever imagine.